It's generally known that the coffee that you drink out of a coffee pod is not very good.
That is awful. What is going on there?
But it's not just that coffee served in these cute little pods is worse than brewing a dark roast through your old socks. These things are a part of a special class of terrible consumer products that a lot of people fail to understand.
Yeah.
Back in the early 90s, a low-level marketing manager by the name of John Sylvan quit his job and started to work on a device where he could brew a single cup of coffee from a single plastic pod. An invention that he would famously go on to regret.
John Sylvan is the man behind the K-Cup. In an interview in The Atlantic, he says the pods are expensive to use and he feels bad he ever invented them.
This device would then ironically be named the Kureig, which comes from the Danish word for excellence. It's like people who name their dogs Killer and they're like a Chihuahua, but I guess like the opposite of that. This cute little pod would go on to change the way millions of people drink their coffee worldwide, create mountains of trash in landfills all over the world in the process, and push Keurig to a billion-dollar brand in the extremely competitive coffee industry. But while the invention of coffee pods themselves was groundbreaking, the marketing tactics that made it successful were not. See, most of Keurig's profits don't come from the Keurig devices themselves. In fact, a lot of their machines are actually sold at a loss. Rather, 90% of the money that they earn comes from those little pods.
Literally the cheapest fucking things in the world and the grossest coffee in the world.
While this might seem precarious, it's actually a very good business model. This novelty brewing technique guaranteed that coffee drinkers would buy their specific products every time they realized they needed a refill. It is what is known as the razor blade business model, or the old
How does me saying that K-cups are bad translate to me being a vape and douche? I don't understand. What is this stigma behind people just saying that Keurigs are bad? Is that really that hot of a take? Like, genuinely, is that hot of a take to say that Keurig coffee cups are bad? Is it really that hot of a take?
Bruh.
Like that's like me saying McDonald's is bad. You know what? Like the cheapest products, it's trash food. Yeah, McDonald's does taste okay, but it's not good. That's literally just calling fast food bad.
Bait and hook. This strategy was pioneered by Gillette, which makes its money by selling unreasonably priced razor blades, initially attracting customers with their really cheap handles, sometimes even giving them away for free. I actually have a whole video about this on my original channel where I talk about leaf shave, which is a zero waste way to—
Wait, why? Let me show you. Okay, what? What's up? Oh, you meant the pod user? Well, that was misleading. I guess they were saying the pod user vapes. No, that's true, yeah. Well, they're going to mention his beard.
Here from Reverie and French Chop, they're local to me. I say that because whenever you start roasting,
Yeah. Is it sponsored by Gillette? No, I'll move forward. It is a weird stigma, though. That's why, the thing I'm confused about is just the stigma in general of like people saying people who enjoy good coffee are like assholes and hipsters and like snobs.
Game console giants such as Microsoft make literally no money off the Xbox consoles, but instead make all their money off of the games that they sell. Service providers lure customers in with the latest smartphone given away at a discount, but you have to sign up for a huge data plan with a whole bunch of service fees and extra charges. Done well, this model can make a company extremely rich, but it does require a business to have some control over what can be used with their products. That's why for Keurig, things weren't looking so good when their patent expired in 2013. Suddenly, that meant that anyone who even knew what coffee was could start making pods for their coffee makers. Desperate to protect their hard-earned monopoly, Keurig turned to one of the most successful industries in the bait and hook game: printers. Like Keurig, printers are often sold very cheaply with the intentions of getting their customers hooked on their ink cartridges. They're notoriously expensive, low quality.
Keurig has printers?
Ink cartridges. But you can't just make terrible overpriced products, right? I mean, people will just go and buy something else. And printer companies knew this. So they found a way to create their own mini monopolies within the industry. This has probably happened to you. You've gone into the store to look for printer ink, and you can't just buy whatever ink is best and cheapest or on sale. You're supposed to buy the specific ink for your specific printer, and if you don't, it won't work. See, printer companies have gone out of their way to make sure that their printers only work with their brand of ink, even going so far as to install microchips in the ink cartridges themselves that won't allow you to print anything off-brand. There's a great video by Austin McConnell where he talks about exactly this, and it is fascinating. Now, inkjet printers have been readily available since the 70s. They really don't require
printer ink is more expensive than gold.
Dude,
printer ink is
ridiculously
but it's in the best
expensive. Interests of businesses like HP to continue developing increasingly complicated and enticing cartridge technology so that they have an excuse to, first, rack up their prices for new flashy features you don't need, and two, somehow pretend that they can't use the other cartridges made by those other guys. I mean, check this out. HP is going on and on about like their fancy infrared ink technology or something, and it's like, dudes,
this is the McDonald's ice machine all over again.
Infrared laser beams you're using to print this stuff. I just need a packing slip. Like, relax. And this is where Keurig 2.0 comes in. Unlike earlier models, the 2.0 uses a secret patented technology so that only Keurig approved products work with the machines. You see the connect.
Oh yeah, dude. I've seen that so many times where like you get the best results if you use this product, you know, if you use this brand product. Like they always put that on the box or something like that. For best results, please use Keurig coffee with the Keurig machine. Even though it's the exact same.
There, you see what we did? They're printers, but they're for coffee. Anyway. With this new update, basically anything that wasn't made by Keurig got this dreaded error message, and basically you'd have to make your own coffee like a peasant.
Wait, for real? They actually made it to where you couldn't? What the fuck?
Imagine this for a second. Like if you bought a vehicle and you could only use their specific type of fuel or like charging stations, like you would be totally bound to depend on them for everything, and there would be no other way around it. That would be crazy, right? Tesla. Now Keurig has since...
Wait. Is Tesla like that? Can you only use Tesla brand chargers? Is that a thing? Yes? What the fuck? Yeah, what other chargers are there? I'm actually confused. That makes no sense. So what if I wanted to get the new Audi, like the new Audi electric car? Like, what would I use? What if there's a Tesla system? It's just the hybrid car ones? Oh, they have an adapter for it? Oh, that's annoying. That's just annoying. Dude, I fucking hate Apple for that very reason, where you could only use Apple products with their stuff. That's why I like the Galaxy. So I don't have to worry about getting all of the exact products for it.
Since face lawsuits for price fixing and anti-competitive conduct, blah, 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 blah. And they have just settled a $31 million suit over the issue. Fortunately for the little guys, like many a massive controlling empire, Kureig seems to have underestimated the cleverness of everyday people. Turns out the Kureig 2.0 uses infrared scanners to detect a special ink in their K-cups, not unlike those ink cartridges we talked about earlier. Before long, Kureig owners developed a simple hack to trick the scanner by using old K-cup labels, and some companies simply used similar ink in their own products to make them work.
I'm simply saying that life finds a way.
Unfortunately, many customers
Ink
don't
in the coffee?
know to
That's
check the price
Keurig.
of the ink or the
That's
coffee pods
K-pods.
or the razors before they buy the thing. We get caught up in what looks like a super great deal, and when we do need a refill, we're stuck with this microchipped infrared bubble crap that most of us don't even really need. And this is the real problem, because it's not just Keurig that's doing this. All of the different pod companies and printer companies in all of these different industries have their own proprietary technology that make it impossible to use anything else but what they give you. They want you to be choiceless so that you're stuck with them no matter what. Now, even if you're not a printer owner or a coffee consumer, chances are you've been hooked into one of these
Yeah, idiots. Fucking idiots drinking your stupid Keurig. Okay, I'm just kidding. See, that's why I drink fresh coffee. Because I'm not falling for that stupid capitalistic garbo. Okay, I've used a Keurig before, all right?
razor blade schemes at some point in your life. Thankfully, there are often ways of getting around these sorts of things, whether that means buying a Keurig scanner or using those little reusable pods, or buying a secondhand cell phone to avoid getting trapped in those fees. And to top it all off, these refill-dependent business models are extremely wasteful. By making you dependent on their disposable products, you're not only stuck spending more money than you want to get subpar products, but you're also filling the landfills with junk every time that you want a cup of coffee. So if you're thinking about buying a Keurig for Christmas for you or yourself, just maybe don't. These things always go on sale around major holidays, and even if it looks like a great deal, it's not going to be a great deal for you down the road or whoever gets this thing and has to pay for all of those pods way into the future. But what do you think?
Yeah, all those fucking losers saying that good fresh coffee is a waste.
Ooh, savage burn.
Yo, thank you so much, Weeby the
We
meme.
can't all afford to hand grind locally sourced artisanal coffee beans.
Are you stupid? Keurig is 1,000 times more expensive than fresh coffee beans. Are you stupid? Oh my God. Chat, listen. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Grinding fresh beans is probably at least 20 times cheaper than going to buy Keurig pods. That's not what he's saying, Lamau? Then what is he saying? We can't all afford hand grind locally sourced artisanal coffee beans? What does that mean? What? Buy a like $5 to $10 grinder. Go to you could literally go to Walmart and get beans. You don't even have to go to a fucking store like a fresh place. Go to Walmart, get a bag full of whole beaned coffee, bring it home and grind it. You will save a shitload of money. Like, what do you mean? Like, Keurig coffee is fucking expensive. It's very expensive. Oh, you're saying the chat is wrong. Okay, I was about to say. All right. Listen, this isn't even about you should drink better coffee. I'm just saying, like, that's stupid. Saying that it's more expensive to do that. Oh, yeah. Chat, this is all you need. This is all you need. You don't need a coffee brewer. You don't need a Keurig. You don't need a fancy espresso machine. Buy a glass Chemex and grind beans and get a hot water kettle. This is that pricey. Let's see, how much are these? Oh, can I can't buy through here? Like $40. $40. Literally $40. How does that work? You just put a coffee filter on top, and then you sprinkle some beans in there, pour hot water over it, you got yourself some coffee. This is literally like, this is the best way to drink coffee, and it's actually the cheapest way to drink coffee. Well, let's look up a Keurig. Huh? What the fuck? How is it $1,000? How do you make a Keurig machine $1,000? Yo, like, I get espresso machines, but what the fuck? How do you even do that? Chat, we need to have a coffee stream. We need to have a coffee stream where I show you guys the different methods of making coffee. We could do like French press, Chemex. We could do AeroPress. We could do like the tube thing, the tube cold brew thingy. We should do that sometime. Might as well filter the beans through your dollar bills. I don't really like French presses. They get a little bit too acidic for me. Some people like them. I just don't really like them that much. But yeah, like the purest way to drink coffee is like this. This is better than what you would get out of a machine. Because you can clean it and you can make sure that, you know, you control the brew and stuff. Oh, dude, I actually have one of these at home, the Mako pot. These things are fun too. These things are really fun to use. So if you guys, dude, no, are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious? Okay. No. Okay, anyway. These are really fun. So what you do is you put water in the bottom. You put the coffee beans in the middle, like the silver part. You twist it on top. You put it on a burner, and the water boils up through it up to the top. It's really cool. All right, you guys are just doing this to piss me off now.
Now it's time to walk away. I hope you enjoyed your stay. Did you laugh or cry or maybe subscribe? I'll thank you either way. You know I will miss you. I hope you return. Tell your friend or your mother to get me more views, please.